Oh, hi, you ducky loves. Thank you for once again joining me as I show you how to make fudge. Some of it's featured in my book, One Book of Fudge, which, if you're interested in trying different fudge recipes, you can buy from Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. But also, some of these are exclusives because I'm currently writing a second book called Absolutely Fudgeulous, which will probably be out maybe at the end of the year in time for Christmas, potentially. So yeah, some of these are exclusives. Today's one is an exclusive, and this is called Loaty to the Bee. Now, the reason why it's called that is because I've already got a recipe called Loaty Bee, which is white chocolate and lotus biscuits. This one is called Loaty to the Bee because it's the second version of this fudge, which is very popular. But the added ingredient in this one is I've also added Biscoff spread. So this is a very easy one again, loves. And it all starts with a tin of condensed milk. You can use whatever brand you like for condensed milk. I use all of the brands wherever I'm shopping. This is an Asda one. When we do our weekly food shop, we're always chucking condensed milk in so I can make fudge. But also, because I live next door to a Morrison's, constantly popping round there to get whatever condensed milk they have. I also use 5 bars of white chocolate, 100-gram bars. I've worked out, I've been doing this for so long now that I've worked out for the size of tin I use, which is a 9-inch tin, that this amount of chocolate is the perfect amount. So I've saved you the job of putting too much in or too little in. 500 grams is what I use in all of my condensed milk recipes. I make all of them in a microwave as well, rather than on the hob, because it's so much quicker, so much easier. I have an 800-watt microwave and I melt white chocolate in 2-minute increments. But if you've got a microwave which has got a higher wattage, then do it in 1-minute increments and check it. So I'm going to put this in for 2 minutes. Now, while that's going, I'm going to put all my rubbish in the bin and I'm going to start chopping up my biscuits. So I use Lotus Biscoff biscuits and I use half a pack of biscuits, which is 125 grams in each batch. Now I use a meat cleaver to chop biscuits because I find it much quicker, much easier than using any other type of knife. But feel free to use whatever you're comfortable with. My aim when chopping these is to get them small. You obviously want people to be able to taste it's got Biscoff biscuits in it, but you don't want their fudge experience being spoiled by getting a big old bit of biscuit, chomping down on it. So we'll park that there for a second because the fudge has just pinged. I've I've got a drawer full of wooden spoons, loves, as you probably will have yourself at home. But I stir with a wooden spoon so that you don't burn your hand, because this gets really hot. As you can see, white chocolate melts very, very quickly, but it will burn if you don't stir it. So although it will take 4 minutes in total to melt the white chocolate, don't ever leave it for 4 minutes. And as I said, if you've got a microwave that's more powerful than mine, check it after every minute and stir it. With me, because I've had this same microwave for years, I know that I can do 2 minutes and it's not going to burn. Make sure you get right to the bottom of that glass bowl. Give it a good scrape. Then put it back in for another 2 minutes. But this time, before you do, you want to add a dollop of Biscoff spread. So I get a tablespoon, which is a big old dollop, and I plonk that in there. Just plonk that on the top. I use the smooth Biscoff spread as well. But you can use whatever Biscoff spread you can get your hands on. It doesn't have to be the Lotus brand. If there's other brands that are cheaper, use them, because it will taste lovely either way. And then I put that back in for 2 minutes. And while that's going, I'm just going to give these another chop. Now, I'm very happy with the size of those pieces. So while I'm waiting, I'm going to get my tin ready to put my fudge in. So I use a 9-inch tin. You can get these from any supermarket. They're normally about £3, which is an absolute bargain if you make fudge nearly every day like I do. And I lay the baking paper over the top, so I know it's going to cover the base of the tin. Get a really nice pair of sharp scissors. Slide along. I keep hold of this because I use this in the bottom of the tubs. And then I get another tin and I place it inside this one. And just pull the baking paper round until I'm ready to pour. So now that microwave was just dinged for 4 minutes, and I'm going to take that out and I'm going to give it a good stir. So that Lotus Biscoff spread has completely melted. And it smells absolutely amazing. You'll see that the colour of the fudge has changed from white to a lovely golden brown colour. Creamy brown. Almost like a cappuccino colour or a nice milky cup of tea colour. It's very, very smooth. It's very, very runny. So I'm gonna add my biscuits. So how I add them is using the edge of my meat cleaver. By the way, I don't actually ever use this cleaver for meat, and I never have done. I use it for chopping biscuits and strawberries and all sorts, but never meat. So you pour your biscuits in, and then you get to work stirring it in with your spoon. Obviously keep it all inside the bowl. Take your time. Do not burn yourself on the chocolate, which is climbing the sides of the bowl, because it will be really, really hot. Get your spoon right into that bowl. Give it a really good mix. Hear that sound? It's like when you get your feet stuck in a mud flap in Bradwell Beach. Did you ever do that as a kid when the sea went out? Go walking on the mud flaps or the mud flats. I used to call them mud flaps. And I have no idea if that's right or wrong, but there we go. So it's all mixed in now. It's very heavy, so be careful when you pour it. And literally, see how chunky it is. Get it into your tin. Just make sure that baking paper is covering all of the sides, because this will fill your tin. And just flatten it all out. And there you have it, loves. Your Lotus Loaty to the Bee, made with white chocolate, Lotus biscuits and Lotus Biscoff smooth spread. So I'm going to let this cool. I'm going to put it in the fridge for 2 hours, and then I'll show you what it looks like the other side. Alexa, set a timer for 2 hours. Oh, hi you ducky loves. So 2 hours has passed and Loaty to the Bee has set. You can see what I mean about that beautiful, creamy, it's almost golden brown colour of Loaty to the Bee. I absolutely love it. It tastes amazing. Thank you very much for joining me on another episode. And this recipe will be featured in my upcoming book. If you enjoy making fudge, then why not buy one book of fudge, which is available now on Amazon. See you next time.